Hi students, today we are starting our next topic of this chapter, why Mendel selected pea plant for his experiments. It is an annual plant. Its short life cycle made it possible to study several generations within a short time. It has perfect bisexual flowers containing male and female parts. These flowers are predominantly self-pollinated. Because of self-pollination, plants are homozygous, means similar type of gametes are there. Therefore, it is very easy to get pure lines for several generations. Its petals completely encloses the reproductive organs until fertilization ensures the self-pollination. It is very easy to cross because pollens from one plant can be introduced to the stigma of another plant by removal of anthers, which is known as emasculation. Pea plant produces large number of seeds in one generation. Pea plant has many characters that appear in two opposing conditions, that is one dominant and one recessive. As I told you, which is able to express itself, that is dominant character, and which is not able to express itself is known as recessive character. Now selection of traits. Mendel selected 7 pairs of contrasting characters and luckily all were dominant and recessive. Now last turn I have told you which characters were there, and now we will study which are dominant character and which are recessive character. Dominant character, as I told you, which is able to express itself, and recessive, which is not able to express itself. This is the seed, color of seed, that is yellow is dominant and green is recessive. Shape of seed, that is round and wrinkled. Round is dominant and wrinkled is recessive. Similarly, pod color, that is green and yellow. Pod shape, that is inflated and constricted. Inflated means smooth, and this is with wrinkles. Then flower color, that is purple and white. Purple is dominant, white is recessive color. Position, as I told you, this is flower between the branch, this is known as axial flower. Top of the branch, presence of flower, that is known as the terminal. Plant height, that is tall 72 to 84 inches, and this is short 18 to 24 inches. These all 7 contrasting characteristics which were studied by the Mendel in pea plant, that was known as the Pisum sativum. Now during the experiment, since garden pea is self-pollinating plant, a greater care was taken during experiments. To present the possibilities of self-pollination, the anther were removed from the plant taken as seed parent even before the stigma was fully matured. The pollen from the parent plant was transferred at the dehiscence stage and was dusted on the feathery stigma of those flowers from which the anthers were removed. Dehiscence means they were shaded. The cross-pollinated flowers were enclosed in separate bags to avoid further deposition of pollens from some other source. Seeds were collected in the marked bottles. The plant used as parent area are said to represent parental generation designated as P1. The progeny obtained as a result of crossing between parents are called first filial generation and designated as F1. The progeny obtained as a result of self-fertilization among F1 plant represent second filial generation, that is F2. Crosses involving inheritance of only one pair of contrasting traits are called monohybrid cross, means only when one pair of contrasting characters were taken, like tall, short, round, wrinkle, like this. Crosses involving inheritance of two pairs of contrasting characters are called dihybrid cross, means in this type of cross when two characters were taken, two dominant and two recessive. Crosses involving more than two pair of contrasting characteristics are called polyhybrid cross. When more than 2 characters were involved in the cross, they were known as polyhybrid cross. Today, whatever I have taught you, I am sending you its PDF. Thank you.